Hey, what's going on, beautiful jellyfish? It's Tracy, and today I'm going to be doing a pretty different type of video. I really wanted to talk about the cell phone usage in Magic, and I really particularly want to talk about it in EDH because I feel like I've noticed, like, when I was in like a competitive setting, or even when I was doing, like, say, a draft, or like a sealed unboxing or anything like that, I was always like not using my phone because I'm like, okay, like, this is a mini like competition, you know. I wasn't like on my phone, but I noticed like in EDH it can be super easy to just be like, someone's turn is taking forever, here phone, let's go. And I don't quite honestly know what really inspired this, but we're doing at the school that I work at, I'm co-directing drama club this year, which has been like amazing, and the kids are like super fantastic and I love it. And we're actually doing this really cool thing where we're like devising our own play, and we had the kids like pick topics and stuff, and like one of the topics that came up was being like addicted to things. And at first I was like, whoa, like, why are we doing this? Like, these kids are young. But then I was like, no, like, addiction, like, you can have addictions to like your phone, and like technology like kept coming up, right? Like, these kids kept being like, well, kids who like are addicted to their phones or like video games or like stuff like that. And so it's been really cool to like work through that. And then I started to really think about like cell phone addiction, and I started to really think about like our addictions to technology and like why we're always on our phones. And just backstory, I would say, with me, I didn't get a cell phone until I actually moved to Texas, or I didn't get a smartphone, let me rephrase. So I got my smartphone, I moved to Texas in February, so at the time I was 23, so that was my first time having a smartphone. And for a lot of people, that was like the most unbelievable thing they've ever heard. You've never had a smartphone before. And honestly, it's fine. Like, it was fine. I mean, I kind of guess I saw what it did to a lot of other people, and how a lot of other people were really like so consumed and so caught up in their phone, and I was like, whoa, I don't want that. I don't want that to be me. And honestly, I do definitely catch myself in times where I'm like absolutely like disengaged from a game of Magic, where I'm like, oh, is it my turn? Oh, cool. And like I do my thing. And like, that's just really, I don't want to be like that. I think I realized it, and I was like, I do not want to be someone who is like every moment. I feel like it's this idea. I remember reading this article when I was in college talking about how like we have our mind space, and we feel like we need to like fill up all of that space. We don't want to be bored. And it was just this idea that even if you're like online somewhere, like yesterday I was like at the post office and there was a pretty long line. What did I do? I filled that time up with being on my phone, because I was like, whoa, this is boring, and we don't like being bored. That's like our huge thing. And I was like, think of how many things that we do day to day where we're not bored, and we don't want to do that. And so I was like really thinking about that, and like how that's something I feel like is so like easy to like just go to our phone. Now, like really relating this to Magic, I would say, is like I said, wouldn't do that in like a competitive like type of setting, or even just like if we were in like an FNM like draft or anything. Like, I wouldn't be on my phone then. So like, why is it so different when you're playing like a casual game of EDH? So yesterday I was playing D&D with my friends, because we play D&D on Mondays and it's the best thing ever, and I love D&D. And I like there were times where like there were like moments where I was just like, phone. And like yesterday I was like really focusing and thinking about this concept, and I was like, let me just put phone down. And then I really didn't reach for it the whole game, and I was really trying my best, and I feel like I want to do a way better job of like living in the moment rather than like this device, and living like in that sort of world. And I think that's kind of my push for myself, is when I'm playing games, even if they're like super long or whatever, because a lot of times I'll like miss stuff. I'll like miss triggers, or I'll like, someone does something and I'm just like, whoa, what's on the board? And I have like zero idea, right? Because I'm just like I'm not fully there. I'm not fully present. And that's kind of like I don't like doing like New Year's resolutions, because I feel like that's just like something that people say and then it just doesn't really follow through. But like something that I think I want to get way better at is trying to be more present in what I'm currently doing, and trying to put that sort of thing away. Because like I'll do that too. Like if I'm like watching like a TV show or something like that, and I'm like, I like this show, but then I'll still like be on my phone. I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, I really like what I'm engaging in. I really like what I'm watching. Why do I feel the need? And it's just like mindless scrolling, really. It's like a lot of it is just so like not even essential like type of stuff that I'm like, I need to do way better at just not being as engaged and catching up at that. Like, there's a specific time, I think, and place to do that, but I think I want to let myself just kind of go in that aspect. And like, I feel like I did this for so long in my life. Like, I went through not having a smartphone where I was able to do, like, my other phone was like one of those slidey phones that I literally only was able to text people with. So like, I was there. Like, I went through times where I wasn't even on this. So I think that's going to be my thing. And I mean, I would say for you is to, if you're playing in a game of EDH, like relating this really to Magic, like, put your phone away. Like, things are not super urgent things. That's not to say, like, you can't pick up your phone, but I think, like, being on it for, like, constantly, like, moments, I think does, it shows, like, a disengaging from the actual game and shows, like, you don't really care about, like, what's going on the state of the board, because I've definitely been in instances before where, like, where I've been taking my turn in EDH and people have either been on their phone or not paying attention to my turn, and that infuriates me because, like, I'm always paying, like, not always, but I do have had times where I felt so like people just didn't care what I was doing, and that was really frustrating. So I definitely want to show people that, yes, I do care, and yes, I am here, and yes, I am present. So I hope this inspires some people to maybe put your phone down every once in a while when you're playing a game, and just to be more actively engaged in your games of EDH, because they really are so much fun. And like, there is a reason that I am stepped away from competitive Magic, and there's a reason that I still play EDH, and it really is for my play group. And I do want to do a video talking about play group because I think that's like a really important thing in EDH. But yeah, I hope that was it. I hope that was it. LOL, I hope you found this video helpful, and I will talk to you guys in my next one.